Welcome to today's class. In today's class, I will be teaching you 7 reasons why coding is a valuable course. 7 reasons why you need to be a programmer, right? So let's go right in. Number 1, coding makes you an inventor. Guess what? A lot of young people are coming up to join the inventors and innovators group simply because they know how to program. Do you know that not every inventor or innovator actually has a gift, like special gift, endowment gift, that you could say that this one was born as a gifted child? Some of them actually learned to be innovative or creative. For instance, Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook, which special gift did he has? He only learned programming, and he had used programming to create something so great that everybody desires to be like him, right? We also have numerous other inventors. Look at this image. A lot of inventors, people who have invented a lot of things that we are using today. You can see some of these instruments or gadgets that we are using in the world today. They were all invented by one person or the other at a particular time. So you can see a lot of things that they have invented. The names, the year, and the name of the inventor, right? All these parachutes, eyeglass, you see the cars, the telephone, the microwave, the keyboard, the piano, bicycle, different things at different time, innovated by different people. And if you're a parent, your child can be one of those who can innovate some of these things, right? Look at other people and the names of what they have created, right? You could see computer, you could see wall clock. Can I even tell you, I have been able to code a wall clock, a digital clock, and a smartwatch. I never thought I could be able to do anything like that, but coding has enabled me to be able to create that, and I'm teaching young people how to do that. As a matter of fact, one of our students actually created a smartwatch, right? And another one even made a medical app, an app that can recommend the kind of treatment that you will go for if you are having a particular kind of challenge. Coding enables you to be an inventor. If you want to be an inventor, either as a young child or you are a parent, you want your child to be an inventor, then coding is one of the amazing ways you can enable that child to become an inventor, right? Good. 2, coding makes you wealthy. Wow. If you are looking for a source of income that can actually make you good, cool money, coding is one of such course. I think in the world today, should be number 1. Tech should be number 1. That in terms of income generation, tech courses or tech careers is number 1. Every other thing, including businesses, comes behind it. What do I mean by this? Look at this data. Now, this is Fox data that I went online to search for. And what I typed online was, I asked Google to give me the names of the 10 richest people in the world. Name of 10 richest people in the world. And this is what Fox gave me as of today, 2024. This is what Fox News gave me. So, the first 10 people in the world that are rich are tech inclined. The first 10 people that are rich in the world are first inclined. The first one is who? Elon Musk. Of course, we know Elon Musk, the Tesla guy. He was the one that created the PayPal that we are using to bank online, even though he has sold it to other. But he's the one that owns X, formerly called Tweets, right? Tesla is the one that owns, and he owns a lot and a lot and a lot of tech things that he's doing. So you could see his network, his net worth in terms of the money, 226.6 billion, right? Then you have Jeff Bezos. You have Jeff Bezos, right? The Amazon guy. Of course, Amazon is like Jumia, online selling, so it's still tech. Then you have the what? The Bernard Arnault family. These ones are into what? Fashion. Well, so let's say it's a family business, a kind of, so good. This is their net worth. Then you have Mark Zuckerberg, the Facebook guy. Mark Zuckerberg, the Facebook guy. Then you have Larry Ellison, Oracle, still tech, right? You also have Larry Page, still tech. The two of them are what? Are working hand in hand. This is the Google that we are using. This Google that you use to search a lot of things. Do you even know that your child can create another platform that people can use to search for information just by learning how these ones are created, right? Warren Buffett, investor, he invests in tech related businesses, right? Good. Then we have other ones. Look at Bill Gates, look at Steve Ballmer. All of these guys, Microsoft, this one is Microsoft, Bill Gates and Steve are Microsoft. All of these guys are into tech. Among all of them, the only ones you may say, okay, this one is not directly into tech, are the Arnold family. But the rest of these people are into tech. Warren Buffett may not be directly into tech, but he's indirectly into tech because he invests in technology. So you can see that the first richest 10 people in the world are all tech related. What does this tell you? This tells you that if you expose your child to tech, he or she has the potential, right, to become one of those who will be wealthy, not just rich, but wealthy. Now, I still went further to ask folks to give me data of Dangote, right? Dangote happened to be the richest man in Africa as of today, right? And I want to know his position in the Fox News of Wealth. And oh boy, look at Dangote, right? Like the richest man in the whole of Africa. In the ranking of wealth in the whole world, his position is number 162. Dangote, cement, sugar, this is his net worth, 12.3 billion, right? 162. Does this make any sense to you? Of course it should. It simply tells you that if the richest man in Africa is as down the line as number 162, it means that his wealth, his business cannot produce the kind of wealth or income that a tech person will have if the person is committed to his tech journey. That is simply the implication. So imagine putting all the businesses. So you are a parent, for instance, and you are watching this video and you are into business and you felt this business is doing well. They are just shouting tech. Which one is tech? What will tech do? I leave my son, let him finish what he's doing. I'll come and join me in business. Let me now tell you that the wealth that business will generate put together will still be down compared to another parent who expose their children to tech and the child actually grow in this tech and become great or make something amazing out of technology. Do you know that one app or one project that your child initiate, it comes up with the initiative and develop it by themselves? Do you know that kind of app, when it start bringing in proceed, it can bring proceed all the days of the life of that child and even beyond, such that even when the child is no longer alive or is no longer in existence, that particular project can still be bringing in income. That is wealth. That's what we refer to as wealth. Income that outlives you. income that lives beyond the owner of the resources, right? I remember a lady I followed on Instagram was talking about tech being the new blood money. Like, there was a way she explained it, and it really resonated with me, right? So let me play that little clip video for you, and then I'll come back and say one or two things. Just listening to her.
Most times you see a lot of young people driving very flashy cars. You wonder, what are they doing? All these young people, they all be driving big cars. If only you guys understood the amount of money in IT. Let me give you guys gist. IT now be the new blood money. One time I needed referencing for one of my friends. He's a software developer here in the UK, and I asked him to do referencing for me. When he filled the referencing form, me to say me they earn money from my own jobs. One of his jobs, I know he has 4 contracts. One was £120,000 a month. Imagine somebody like that having 3 or 4 jobs. Canada, UK, US. From UK, you can get jobs from anywhere in the world. That's one thing about IT. Many people are scared. They think IT is one big thing. You need to know mathematics. Nah, lie. IT, one thing, just have the interest. I started as a virtual assistant. From there, I graduated into digital marketing, social media management, social media marketing. I've done BA, business analysis, now solutions architect. I have 3 contracts. When you see me and my friends, they pop champagne for club, you wonder, what thing this woman they do for a living? We're tech girls. Our money long.
Now, did you hear? Somebody has 4 jobs. The person that give her a reference, of course, you know how Igbo people work. She needed a reference, and somebody give her a reference, and this person have 4 jobs that the person does regularly. It's a contract job, so he does it regularly. And this 4 jobs, one of them, the person is collecting £120,000. Please, let's do the conversion so that I can help you to understand what I'm saying. Can you see? So the choice is yours. Number 3, coding exposes you to certain core skills. Coding exposes you to certain core skills. Now, if your child is registered with us, for instance, and is learning how to code, right? There are skills that that child must learn inevitably by the time he or she is done with their learning program with us. And one of such skills is what? Coding and logical thinking. The child will know how to program. He or she can program things that are both the one we will teach the person as a project and the one the person himself is going to come up with. And logical, there are children, many children of this generation are not trained to know how to think and produce something from their own. But with coding, the child is put in a condition to think, because the child will have to come out with an idea of what to build and how to build it, right? So the child will certainly have to know how to think. Now we have graphic design skills. The child will know how to design. There are a lot of us parents that will see some amazing design and you are wondering, how is this thing done? Who did this? How are they doing it? I can tell you for free that you can use coding and develop amazing graphic design. As a matter of fact, in our coding courses, we teach children how to design, with how to do graphic design with the normal designing skills that you know. And then we also teach them how to design using what? Using code. There are code you can write. When you write the code will immediately give you what? A kind of design. It will give you a particular kind of design. Yes, it's very much possible, right? And then you also have what? Animator skill. Your child will know how to animate. Animating means making inanimate things to move, right? So your child will learn how to animate. You just take a picture of anything and then before you know it, you animate the thing. and then the child will also learn another skill called the project management skill. Now in our academy, we teach each concept using a skill. For instance, if we are teaching children the concept of loops or variables or condition, we use a project to teach it. We don't just come and say a loop is this, and no, we use a project and then we illustrate what that concept means by showing it using a concept. So we do project concept explanation. So by the time your child is done learning with us, he or she would have learned what? A project management skill. Number 4, we have what? Coding gives you what? A superpower. Coding gives you a superpower. Now, what do I mean by coding gives you a superpower? Listen, I asked Google that how many devices are in the world today as of 2024? How many devices are in the world? And this was the answer Google gave me. He said in 2021, the numbers of mobile devices operating worldwide stood at almost 15 billion, up from just over 15 billion, almost 15 billion, right, as of 2021. This is 2024, so of course you know that the number of devices should have increased, right? This is from the database of those who are producing those devices. Now, I went for that to ask Google, how many human beings are in the world, right? And this is the answer that Google gave me. He said 8.1 billion people. So this is the current number of population in the world, and this is the current number of devices in the world. It means that the number of devices in the world, when I mean by devices, I mean the phone, the tablet, the computer, the television, the fan, every electronic device that you can think of, all right, is 15 billion. Good. Now, the number of devices is 15 billion, almost like double, because by the time it is 16, it's already double, almost double of the number of human beings are in the world. Now, for human beings, we have different languages. In Nigeria, for instance, we have English, Hausa, Yoruba, blah, 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 different languages. In the world, generally, we also have different languages. We have those who are speaking Spanish, Dutch, French, different languages. So, for human beings, there is no human being that will be able to speak all the languages in the world. You can only speak some, right? Well, no human being can speak all. But do you know that when a person learns coding, when a learner, a pupil or a child or a student learn coding, he or she has been able to learn one language that he can use to speak to all the devices in the world. These 15 billion devices, one programming language can understand it across all the devices. One programming language, for instance, Python programming language, when a child learns Python programming language, he or she can understand all these devices. There are many programming like the one we are using for children. When a child learns it, that child can understand all these programming languages using these languages. So what do I mean, or what am I talking about? What I'm saying is that it is important your child learn programming, learn coding. If you learn coding, if a person learn coding, that person will be able to speak to 15 billion devices. Is that not a superpower? That is a superpower. If there is no person who can speak to all the people in the world with one language, and you are saying that a person can learn one program, that's why people are pushing tech. They are pushing it, because you can use tech to communicate to everybody. Can use tech to communicate to everybody, right? So tech gives superpower. You learn one programming languages, you are able to communicate to this number of devices. You already have what? A superpower. So if you are a student, you are a learner, and you are already nurturing having a superpower to be able to communicate to billions of people, go and learn coding. Register to learn coding with us, and then we will guide you on how to get this superpower. right? Good. Then next, number 5. Another reason why coding or tech is very important is that coding opens high career opportunity for you. It opens up high career opportunity. Now, you can work in different countries. I live in Nigeria, precisely Lagos. But do you know that I have students in different parts of the world, right? But I live in Nigeria. Meanwhile, I'm a science student. I read chemistry, right? I'm a trained educationist. I read chemistry. If I was to be teaching chemistry in a school, do you think I would have had the opportunity of teaching these learners I have in the trees? The answer is simply no. But the moment I switch from my core subject that I learned in school and enter tech and learned coding for young people, I started teaching the coding, and before you know it, I started having people enrolling their students or their learners in our academy, right? So you can work in a different country while living in another country. Another high career opportunity that coding gives is that you have an age. If you are a programmer, you have an age, and you will be relevant in any company where you work, right? Nobody can see you and will not place value on what you are offering. You will have an age, right? Then you will get a good job even without university degree, right? You will get a good job even without university degree. I remembered sometimes early this year or thereabout, I was looking for more hands to join our academy, so I was recruiting. So I sent out opening vacancies opportunity out to the public, and several people applied, and some of the young people that applied to be an instructor under our academy were not university graduates, but they were developers, as in young people who have learned tech and they are developing amazing projects, but yet they were not university graduate students. So when I saw them, I was amazed, because I was asking some of them, give me samples of the project you have done before and let me see what you have done. And when I saw it, I was like, wow, even though they were not instructors, they were just developers, right? So your child can learn coding to be a developer or to be an instructor, anyone that the child want to go and belongs to. So you can get a job, right, without university. I'm not saying your child shouldn't go to university, or I'm not saying that you who is watching this video and you're a young person should not go to the university. No, go to the university and make sure you graduate from the university, because it's important. I also have my university degrees certificate, right? So go to the university, get the degree. But if you are not able, because of certain condition, settle down and learn programming. You will get job and you will be well paid, even far more than somebody who have a university degree. That I can guarantee you. Now, you will also develop yours and other people's idea and get paid. So with programming, you will have your idea. You can develop your idea. You can also develop other people's ideas, and you will be paid for it, right? Like I said earlier, we teach in our academy using projects. So when we teach a child projects at several levels, the child will come to a point where he or she will start bringing up their own projects. For instance, the smartphone I mentioned that one of our learner developed. I wasn't the one who teach the learner the smartphone. I only taught the learner the different things that makes up the smartphone. For instance, I taught the learner how to create a clock, a time clock, whether digital or analog. I taught the learner how to create a calendar. I taught the learner the different components, and the learner put these different components together to create one project, which is what? A smartwatch. The same with the learner who also did the medical app. So you can come up with your own idea and develop it, or you can develop other people's idea. And then another opportunity it gives you is that it gives you an opportunity to solve real life problem. Some of our learners, their parents are in businesses, and these young people are the ones generating for the parents things that they are going to be using for their businesses. The ad that the parents are running, the different things. If you are a parent and you are in an analog generation, and you are seeing some digital things that you admire and you like it, you wish you can do it, just engage your child. Instead of these children to be randomly engaged in a profitable thing, make your child a creator and not a consumer. The child will in turn be doing those things that you are admiring from other people, and you can be using it to push your business. For instance, look at website like Alibaba website, Jumia website, Amazon website. People see it and they like it. Do you know that with coding, your child can develop such website for you? That as a businessman or a businesswoman, a child can create such website for you, and you can be using it to sell online. People come online and shop your goods, and who develop it for you? It's not a one day something. That is one of the things. If you are to build website like Alibaba website, of course, millions will go down. So instead of giving that millions to outside, why not train your child who will do it for you, and then you will enjoy it, right? We also teach website in our academy. So why not? Your child will learn those coding. Take time. It may take some time, but he or she can do it, right? I have parents who register their children as a family. The children as a family, all of them put together, right? And they are learning coding as a team and joining their forces together to develop projects that will build the family and the family business, right? Good. Then number 6, coding helps maintain a high confidence level. Number 6 reason why you need to learn coding is that it helps you maintain a high confidence level. Now, coding is the new English and maths. Before now, if somebody wants to go to university or do something, they say, are you good in English? Are you good in math? Those are the core subjects that you must be good in addition to any other 3 for you to do anything in life. Now, it's no longer English and maths. So English and maths was what was obtainable during our parents' time. Now, the new subject or the new course that makes children special is what? Programming. Whether you like it or not. One of the amazing things I find about new things or new innovations is that when it comes, many people will be skeptical, right? And will not get involved. For instance, when YouTube came on board and some of these social media came on board, many of us were not involved. We were just at the back, just watching people. Now people have flooded the space. Everywhere is clouded. People are now begging to subscribe, to do this, to do this, to do this, to do this. That's what people are begging now. And it is now that some people are now interested to come in. It's the same thing with this coding. Coding still have a virgin land. As a matter of fact, I have schools that are begging us to come and be an instructor in their academy, in their institution. And by God's grace, next year we are going to be going in to help them. But do you know that anytime I place adverts to recruit, instructors that I will deploy to some of those schools, I will notice that many people who want to be instructors do not have coding skill. Many of them, I will still have to train them on how to be instructors before I will deploy them to go and serve in a particular school. So it tells you that the coding is still a virgin land. There are still many space to occupy. Or some parents or some children or some people will sit down and just be watching until when the entire space is flooded. Then they will now remember that they will now want to join coding. By then, they are struggling with the masses that have occupied space to get a space. So coding is the new English and maths. If you have it, you have confidence. Now, number 7, last but not the least, coding is fun and fulfilling. If you learn coding or you are a developer or you allow your child to be engaged in coding, you will notice that the child will be having full fun and fulfillment. There are parents that are scared and say, if my child start coding, he will not concentrate. He will not. Let me tell you, do you see this coding? There's a lot of mathematics. There's a lot of English in it. Okay, let me not use English. There's a lot of mathematics. If you have a child who wants to be a doctor, an engineer, or aeronautic, in any kind of engineer, or better expose that child early to coding. Better expose that child early to coding. The simple reason is because that is one of the skills that will make that child to learn those engineering or medical science courses with joy, because the code in those things are not small. So if the child can adjust to those coding and enjoying it as a fun, then it will be easier for the child to enter into engineering and also enjoy it. I hope with these 7 reasons of mine, I have been able to convince you and not confuse you that coding is one of the most relevant courses that you can engage or enroll your child in. So if you are interested in enrolling your child, why not send us a DM using the WhatsApp number displayed here, or you can comment below this video and we will send you a direct link where you can engage with us and we can talk more. You can also send an email to our academy and we will take it up from here. Remember, if this video has added value to you, like it, share it to other parents who you feel will need this knowledge for them to enroll their children, and much more. Subscribe so that you will also be getting valuable informations like this as you engage in coding, or if you're a parent, as you engage your child in a coding journey. I remain your reliable instructor, Rebecca Idago. Bye for now.